Hello ladies and gents, this is Crowbar, and today I wanted to talk about data miners. So, I was looking through some stuff recently, and one of the threads that I came across was, what can we kind of expect from the daily login rewards? It seemed like out of all the things that I've seen, this one may be the most reliable, but then again, you know, anything can change at the drop of a hat. And one of the things that's nice is, I noticed in the thing, is every 50 days we should be getting something. I did like a batch of 3 things or something like that. One of them was like a day 50. There should be some sort of sigil. So I guess that'll be the earliest check on, as far as the login rewards, how reliable is that source going to be. Anyway, so... You know, DE already mentioned that the day 100 login reward is going to be a weapon. They had some stats on it. It didn't look all that great, but, you know, anything can change at the drop of a hat. It had a secondary fire mode from what they data mined, so it may be good. Yeah, we'll see. The other ones, I believe it was 200 and day 300 login rewards was Primed Fury and Prime Vigor. Prime Vigor, it's something that I would say probably needed to be in the game to begin with. Vigor itself is like a quarter as, no, half as strong as, you know, Vitality or Redirection. So I think the primed version would be really nice. It'll kind of bring it up to, you know, the status that the other defensive mods are at. Prime Fury, that'll be a nice big boost for people who really like melee. Really looking forward to that, but we'll see. You know, I'm still a ways off from the 50 days logged in, so maybe once I get to that point, I'll realize, oh, hey, you know, there's this sigil. Maybe I can actually start looking forward to these. Who knows? The other thing is, you know, I ran into a bunch of YouTube videos and some posts on DE's forums about things like p.streamline. And apparently it's become a very heated topic. I really don't know why. And a lot of the reasons I think are just completely ridiculous. Anyway, like one of them is that it's so high it's going to eliminate the need for fleeting expertise, and I think that's bull. Really, it's bull, because if assuming that p.streamline gives 55 efficiency, you're still not at the 75%, so you're looking at, you know, without a fleeting, still contributing, you're looking at, you know, 20% more, not 20%, about a little bit less than, costing twice as much if you get rid of fleeting out of your build. And honestly, with the Zen focus and everything, and Trinity, you know, we've got Trinity here. I think that's the biggest argument for p.streamline, because, you know, you really don't need Streamline in your build with her. Hint, hint. If you got an Eevee with you, you're going to be getting so much energy, and they're probably going to be spam casting that thing like crazy. So, yeah. Do you really need Streamline in your build? It depends. If you've got a Trinity in your group, certainly not. You know, the other ones are... oh, going back really fast. So, yeah, if you're thinking about getting rid of fleeting, you know, if you did get your hands on p.streamline, I would say, you know, axe that thing out of your build right now. Just do yourself a favor, axe it out of your build right now, and give it a shot. you know, maybe the costs are a little bit too much. Maybe you fear, okay, maybe I'll be comfortable if there was something like a Prime Streamline out. You know, whatever. Give it a shot. I've actually changed some things, like my Valkyrie build. I axed it out of that. The efficiency's pretty poor on it, but because of the Eternal War mod, and that's how I like to play. I like it for a little shout thing. Yeah. Just try to axe it out of your build, give it a shot. If you don't like it, cool. If you do, then hey, you know, you just brought your frame up to a better spot. Breaking game. That was another one people say, and it's just... it's utter nonsense. It's utter nonsense. Breaking game would be something like a bug that, like there was one that, for George's Verdict, that lets you skip a bunch of stuff. That would be a, you know, that would be a game-breaking thing. You know, they introduced the drift mods, and I would say out of all of those, maybe you could say that what actually gives you some more potential power would be that power drift mod. And honestly, it helped out with some frames. It helped out a lot with some frames, but it just gives you a few better numbers. It lets you scale some of your stuff into slightly higher content, and in the end, it doesn't really break anything. Unless somebody finds like some specific example where it lets you do some crazy thing, it doesn't break the game. Yeah. And I'll link a post that somebody made on the forums that made a decent point, but in the end, you're always going to have to give up something for something else, if you're, especially when you're dealing with the corrupted mods. I'll link that post and give some of the really basic points that he made. And then the other thing, because, you know, math is good. Power creep. And yeah, power creep. I don't know what these people have been smoking, but Warframe is all about the power creep. I mean, if you just take a look at your mods and think of it for a second, hey, back when I was first starting the game, I didn't have these mods. How much of a difference do these make? And, yeah, it's a big difference. Take Vitality, for example. What is it, 440% extra health? That's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big jump. And you've got to take the effort to rank that thing up so that you can scale yourself. You know, and this goes for the weapons too, so you can scale yourself and your weapons into higher content. There's power creep. That's just all there is to it. The game is all about the power creep. And, you know, honestly, the game needs it. And why do I say that? I say that because there's a lot of veteran players, and they want something to do. And more power creep allows them to do a little bit more. It's not very often that we get a mod that actually gives us some substantial I guess you could say, but yeah. And yeah, it takes a lot of effort. Maybe a legendary core, which is going to take a lot of effort getting the plat, or maybe if you just have real life money you'll spend to get it. Whatever the case. It's going to require effort somewhere to get there. And yeah, I think the game really needs it. Other people don't believe that's the case. And, you know, I think the number of veteran players will drop off, you know, more and more if new stuff doesn't get released. They need something to do. They want something to do. And so, yeah, that was my biggest thing. And it's just, I just saw the power creep, and it was just like, I just wanted to hit my head on the desk. It's like, really? Really? Power creep. You're saying that, you know, my max duration at an extra 220%, plus you add on, you know, almost double that from your multi-shot mods, and, you know, oh, hey, we're looking at, you know, an extra 400% or so extra damage, and then you add in the proper elemental mods, and that's you know, 75% extra damage, you know, plus all of the, like, you know, 90 or 60% depending on which mods you use once they're maxed out. Elementals, it adds up. I'm not gonna do the math right now, but it's like, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, yeah, the argument on power creep is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's like, this game reeks of power creep, and it's what makes it fun sometimes too. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully some new insight on some stuff. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. That's cool, everyone's got their opinion. That's just mine. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.